Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. In last video, we discussed about typecasting in Python. The next important topic is fundamental data types are immutable. Okay, this is the topic I am going to discuss right now. Now, what is this fundamental data types and what is this immutable? All these things I will discuss right now. Do you know what are fundamental data types? I discussed in last video only. Yes, int, float, complex, after that bool, and finally str. All these five, okay, all these five data types are considered fundamental data types in Python. Okay, we know what is fundamental data types. Now what is this immutable? Yes, what is this immutable means? Before knowing immutable, what is the what is mutable means? Anything, okay, anything which can change, okay, which can change is called mutable. So by seeing this definition, you may think what is immutable? Immutable means yes, immutable means which can't, okay, which can't change, okay. Mutable means which can change and immutable means which cannot change, or we can say anything which can be manipulated or which cannot be manipulated is called immutable, and which can be manipulated is called mutable. Now what is the relation between fundamental data types and this immutable means? All fundamentals, okay, all fundamental data types, all fundamental data types are immutable. Please take a note of this point. All fundamental data types in Python are immutable. What exactly it means? Let me take some examples. Here I will take x equals to 10 and y equals to 10. And after that, z equals to, yes, z equals to 10. And finally, a equals to 10 and b equals to 10. Now, if you remember in last video, I said about objects. Okay, are you remembered? In last videos, I discussed about what is object. So when we declare these variables, what exactly in Python is happening is, please look here. In Python, one object is created, and in that object, the value, okay, the value 10 will be stored, and the variables that we declared x, y, z, okay, and a, and finally declared b. All these variables, okay, all these variable refers to the object which having the value 10. So this object is created, and in that object the 10 is stored, and for that all these variables are referred. Okay, fine, up to now it is okay. Now, suddenly what I will do is, I don't want, okay, here I declared 10, but after some time, okay, after writing some code, I want to change x equals to 20. Now, what will happen in Python? Here, 10 is assigned to x, but after some time, I want to change this x value to 20. So, what will be happen means, here 10 will cancel and 20 will be stored. But what will happen means, this 20, this variable is refers to all this, okay, x, y, z, a, b, all these variables. Now, if suddenly I change the value, okay, of x, and if object change the value, then all these variables, okay, then all these variables will affect. All these variables will got same 20 value. So for this type, what will happen means, when we change the value of x, the new object is created, and in that new object, the changed variable value, that means 20 is stored, and here x will not refers to this variable, and x will refers to, yes, this variable. In this, 20 will be not there, 10 as it is, it will be 10 only. This x variable will not refers to this. This x variable refers to newly created object, that is 20. Now, this all variables will not get affected. So, this is the importance of immutable. If it is mutable means if the object is mutable means it can be changed means all these variables will be affected. For every variable, the new object was to create, which leads to so many problems like memory problem, so many problems. So for this, so the new object will be created for such cases. The existing object will never change the value. Okay, please take a special care about this. Now you may ask, okay, the theory you said is perfect. Okay, fine. What is the proof? Okay, let me take the help of, okay, let me take the help of id function. Here I will take a equals to 10, b equals to 10, c equals to 10, and d equals to, okay, 10. Now what I will do is I will take id of a. Yes, okay. And id of b, id of c I will take, and id of d. If you observe all the addresses, this function will return address of the variable. So all the addresses are same. But now what I will do is here I will change the value. A equals to, instead of 10, I will take 20. Now let me take the ID of A. Yes, if you observe these two IDs, okay, these two IDs are different. So here what happened means the new object, okay, the new object is created. So this object, what the object is created, this object address is we are getting here. Okay, I think you got idea. So if this object is mutable means we can change this means all these variables, okay, all these variables will get affected. By this new object will be created. For that the variable will be assigned. I think you got some idea about the fundamental data types are immutable. Now you may ask, it is applicable for only int? No, this will applicable for all these data types. If you want, let me check some examples. So let me take this example, string. Okay, here what I will do is there are 3 persons or 4 persons are there. They are A, okay, A, B, C, okay, C and D. All these persons, okay, I am asked them, what is your native place? Okay, all these persons said, we are from Hyderabad. Okay, we are from Hyderabad. Like all these persons said. So now what in Python will happen? Yes, you know what is going to be happen in Python. Here one object is created. Yes, in this, yes, which one is stored? Hyderabad. Okay, Hyderabad is stored. Now what will happen means A person, B person, C and D person. All these persons are from Hyderabad. Okay, this is going to be happen in Python internally. Now at sudden, okay, at sudden, this person B, okay, this person B said, sir, I forgot to say that is, I am not from Hyderabad, okay, I am not from Hyderabad, I am from, yes, I am from Vizag, like he said, okay, I am from Vizag. Now, what will be happen? If the object created, okay, Hyderabad, and this person B is saying, I am not from Hyderabad, I am from Vizag. Now, if the object that value Hyderabad is replaced with Vizag means, but remaining persons A, C, D will also refers to Vizag means, then we can confirm A, C, D also from Vizag, but it's not true. For that, you know, the another object will be created. Here, what will happen means Vizag, okay, like Vizag object is created, and for this B person is, yes, B person, this variable refers. So if you want, let me execute that example. A equals to HYD, okay. Sorry, we need to enclose it within single quote. Okay, HYD and B equals to within single quote HYD. Okay, perfect. And C equals to within single quote HYD. Okay, Hyderabad. Now let me check the ID of, yes, ID of A, and ID of, yes, ID of B, and ID of Yes, idea C. If you observe, all these IDs, okay, all these address are same. Now, at sudden, person B said, I am not from Hyderabad, I am from Vizag. Okay, Vizag. We need to enclose it within single quote. Sorry, Vizag. Okay, perfect. Now, let me take the idea of B. If you observe, the idea of B here and the idea of here, it is a different. So, yeah, the new object is created and we are getting that address of the object. So if here this variable is changed, means it is mutable, means the remaining persons all will get affected. For that purpose, new object is created. We can't perform any changes. Okay, we can't do any changes for this object. So that's why all fundamental data types are immutable. This is the one of the main reasons for fundamental data types are immutable. I think you got idea. Another point that is an int data type, when you open the Python, okay, at that time only 0 to, okay, 0 to 256, up to 0 to 256, the objects will created automatically. So when you assign A equals to 10, okay, or when you assign B equals to 55 or something, and these objects, okay, these objects are already created, and for that created objects, these variables will assign. You may ask why up to this range only? Because this is the normal usage of range. We can do things up to certain level only. If we cross the limit, then n number of problems will going to reduce. Now you may ask, sir, I don't want this, I want 1 crore. Okay, 1 crore of up to 1 crore I want objects. Then please make sure when you start, okay, when you open your Python, after 1 day or 2 days will open to create for this 1 crore objects. But this is the less number compared to this. So this is the normal range. Okay, up to here the objects will created at the starting of the Python or opening of the Python only. But this is only refers to int only. If you ask for okay, if you ask for float data type, this will not applicable to float, because in between 0 to 256, in float data type we don't know how many values will be. In between 0 and 1, okay, in between 0 and 1, can you say how many values will be? Infinite values will be there. There will 0.1111, any value, infinite values will be there. So objects will not created at the starting of the Python. When you assign, then only in float data type it will assign. Let me take some example here. A equals to 12.5 and B equals to 12.5 I am taking. Now let me execute the example. A equals to 12.5 and B equals to 12.5. Here let me check the IDs of A, okay, and then ID of B. Yes, if you observe, the both IDs are different. The addresses are different, but still we are assigning same value only. So what is happened means, in float data type, we don't know how many values in between 0 and 1. So how the Python will create objects before opening? So at every time, okay, at every time new object will be created. So this is applicable to into only. The objects will create at the starting of the Python, but the terminology will not applicable to float, because we don't know how many values in between 0 to 1. So into only this specialty is there. I think you got idea. And this is all about fundamental data types are immutable. Still, if you have any doubts in this topic, you can ask me in Instagram. The Instagram account link in description. You can also ask me in comment box. Then I can clear all your doubts. This is all for this video. We will meet in next video. Thank you.